Welcome back and Merry Christmas everyone. I hope you had nice holidays. I'm planning to upload this video right after the holidays. I'm casting it beforehand. This game was played a week before Christmas 2018 between Winchester in yellow as the Slavs and then we have Melkor in red as the Italians. A very good game in my opinion, one of the best games I've probably seen in this year in 1v1. And Italians against Slavs, in my opinion, favors the Slavs a little bit, but we're going to find out how this game is going to proceed and what's going to happen here. Start with Winchester's map. There's 4 deer inside. It's number 2, number 3 coming in. We have main stone safe in the back, second gold safe in the back, the second boar also in the back here. And you can see Winchester's taking it quite late, yeah, kinda, but that's alright. And we have an extra gold inside Winchester's base as well. The main gold is on the side, the second stone outside on the left, and the third gold on the right hand side. We have 2 relics relatively close to Winchester, but not that close. You can see one here, it's almost in the neutral zone, and this one is closer to Winchester than to Melkor, of course, but the relics don't really favor him, let's put it like that. We have Melkor on the other side with the main gold safe in the back. A little bit of an annoying tree which he cannot hop, he cannot cut unless he's taking all 100 wood. But it's not a big problem, you can fit a lot of mining camps around if you really need to. And a second gold also safe in the back. A little bit of space to boom if he needs it. A few wolves in the back which are just annoying, let's be honest. The main stone forward and the second stone forward outside. One really close to the space, third gold on the left hand side outside. The right hand side only extra berries, that doesn't really matter. And with that one really close, there is another one closer to him. Extra gold and extra stone on the left. And this one, I guess, a little bit closer, but could also be categorized as sitting in the neutral zone. Winchester and Melkor, 2 of the best players on Arena nowadays, I guess at least. I'd say Viper is still the best player on Arena. If and when he plays, he usually puts up very good performances, but Melkor probably one of the strongest Arena players right now, and Winchester is playing lately, has been playing a lot lately as far as I know, so he is putting up good fights and we're going to see one amazing one here. We have the stable coming up for Winchester as the Slavs, blacksmith on the way as well, and we are seeing an archer range from Melkor, so we're not going to see scout fights here, but we are going to see some castle age fightings actually. Archer range blacksmith up, the cheaper up for Italians helped Melkor a little bit. He did horse collar already, I think. Let's find out. The farm should have the 250 food. Yes, and double bricks also done. Winchester going for the first scouts, and we have, I guess, one dead scout here for Winch. Didn't see where it happened, where the scout died, but Melkor's scout is on only 5 HP. Winchester is getting 2 additional scouts, and Melkor, of course, going for some archers here. Let me switch. That's possible. It's working. We have 5 villagers on gold for Melkor. Makes sense. We are going to see the crossbowman immediately. I guess that's what makes perfect sense here. 5 villagers and gold for Winchester as well, both are coming in by both players. And Winchester is actually moving forward with 2 villagers, building a monastery, and I'm assuming we're going to see a siege workshop quite soon as well. Fletching coming in, and those crossbowmen now 5+1 range. That means single monks won't have an easy time against those. Winchester, scale burning armor on the way to add in a few knights. So, knights against crossbows, we know how this ends in early castle age here in Arena. Therefore, spearmen on the way. And Melkor has put up the first monastery. Is he going for any extra TCs yet? Yes, one on the wood line here in the back. That's a decent TC. I guess he doesn't really need one on the gold. And putting one on the stone doesn't really make so much sense with the Italians. We have crossbows fighting against knights, but only with the monks. Melkor will be able to win this, and the monks now moving forward, but Winchester is pulling all units away. That scout calf might die, 1 HP only. The other scout calf could be able to take down a monk or 2, and this is dangerous. That's one converted knight? No. I thought it was in conversion, maybe not. And 2 monks dying. Now the knights are hunting down those crossbowmen, and it looks like Winchester is getting full map control here with a lot of relics coming in. Winchester won 2 relics already. And Melkor wasn't able to get that relic. He used the monk that was carrying the relic to try and convert that knight, which did not really happen. And now 2 mangonels against 3 monasteries from Melkor. So Melkor is prepared. He'll try and go for, I guess, redemption monks. possibly even Atonement if Winchester is adding in more of those. And in the meantime, the single crossbowmen are actually dying. Winchester should be able to get all 5 relics in, and he is simultaneously pushing Wheelbarrow and Redemption now. Very important to see Melkor with 3 TCs, actually 1 TC on the gold here. 3 TCs up and running. Winchester at the same time, second TC on the main stone, or maybe the third, I guess that's the second TC here, so also 3 TCs. And neck and neck in the village account, Sanctuary coming in for both players, and that's 1 knight, actually 2 knights moving in. 1 knight to try and find out about the map, but this knight is going to get converted, and actually Melkor has 2 conversions now. That one is pretty safe to convert. I don't think the knight will go away. And you can see it here, 1, 2, 3, and actually Winchester is saying, no, you don't get that one. Melkor also doing Atonement, which is interesting to see. I don't think Winchester has that many monks, but it can be really helpful actually. And Winchester's also going back now, losing another Cav unit here to the Spearman, I'm assuming at least, I didn't really see it. And we have handcard away for Winchester, Light Cav now forging, Pikeman for Melkor, makes a lot of sense. Melkor got a lot of villagers on the gold now to get more and more monks, and now the monks are moving forward. There's Mangonel hitting that monk, but 2 conversions for only 1 monk, 3 conversions in total. Wow, that was amazing. The monk might die, but like that, the push from Winchester, the initial push, pretty much stopped here. Look at this, the pikeman taking on spearmen, and the knight is even hunting down one of those spearmen. And Mangonels can of course move forward, go for that siege workshop or the monastery, and while in the siege workshop there's a Mangonel waiting. There is 5 relics for Winchester now, but for how long? That's the question. That is, I think, 1 for 1. And the Mangonels, and that monastery will go down. The siege workshop will actually get converted. If that's happened, Winchester is saying nope, you don't get it, so he just deleted it, and he might do the same with the stable just after getting that light cav out. That was perfect actually for Winchester, but Melkor is the first to click up to Imperial Age, and that is so important. Winchester can see the resources, a lot of gold in the bank. He's put up a castle in front of his base, or in the front of his base, and he is with 86 villages now, but still lacking a little bit of food. He should have it in a few seconds time. Melkor is halfway up to Imperial Age, and he's starting to get those relics in. He's got 3 monasteries, so that's perfect to get a lot of relics. Would have preferred to see a monastery in the back, but I guess he doesn't really need it at this point. Bloodlines coming in for Winchester. What are we going to see here? Possibly Hussars, that's an idea maybe. Squires, not much tracking, and usually with Italians, early imp Condottiero is a must somehow, because they're essentially a little bit of a weaker champion unit, and those champions can do a lot of damage. Husbandry, Squires, Iron Casting now coming in, so Winchester might want to add in some Squires, some standard infantry, or is it going to be pikemen halberdiers? That's also possible. I wonder what the plan is here. Double siege workshop, few light cav on the field, but not too many military units for Winchester. And Melkor in the meantime has a castle up on the left hand side, going to take that second stone here. Also a few villagers on that main gold. And with the Imperial Age done by Winchester, we're going to see the early Imperial Age fight with Connoteros +1 defense, 80 HP. That's a lot actually. And I'm guessing we should see a trebuchet. Melkor may not know about this castle yet. Now he should know. I think now he should also go for trebuchets here, which he doesn't. Genoese crossbowmen instead. Wow, brace on the way, so those Genoese crossbowmen will be fully upgraded on the attack once they get chemistry. Now it's actually done here, and Melkor is going in with the petards, but those Connoteros won't find an easy way into this economy, and the pikemen should probably just go away. Boyars coming out with 1 + 2, 4 + 2 melee armor. That's maybe more important here. Those Connoteros won't really do a lot. Onage upgrade was done by Winchester as well. Does he have Onages in that siege workshop? Yes, 2 + 1 actually. And Onages against Genoese crossbow, we know how this should end. So Melkor must be really careful. Few light cav here to try and go in maybe. That's a weak point in Melkor's base here. This wall, I think you should go for fortified walls sometime in the game. Elite Genoese crossbow with 2 castles only. This go for that elite upgrade, and the elite Genoese crossbow will be able to take down a lot of cavalry units really fast. For example, those light cav or even the Boyars. But as you can see, Winchester has gathered enough resources to go for Siege Onager. And this is huge. Siege Onagers from the Slavs. We should see Siege Rams later on as well. Halberdier coming up, plate mail armor. Winchester is doing pretty much the standard build here, a standard army composition. And I think that's the very best idea you can go for. Those single crossbowmen will go down. Just gonna call them Genoese probably. But the pikemen will be able to do quite some damage here, and Winchester's getting away in time. Cavalier coming in from Melkor, Blade Barding Armor. What is happening? Cavalier from Italians? Really, I'm a little surprised here. And a Siege Workshop coming up forward, 2 villagers. Will Melkor be able to catch those? I think he should be, but he's not patrolling, and that means the Siege Workshop will go up before both villagers are going down, actually. On the left hand side, a little bit of raiding coming in with the light cav and that Boyar, but there is Elite Genoese crossbowmen, and they should be able to take down those boys really fast. I think that's 12 attack, a 12 damage per arrow, is that correct? Let's find out. 5240, yes. 6+4 attack against, I think, that is 5 pierce armor for the Boyars. Now there's none left. I think it was 1+4. And that also means a good amount of bonus attack. Now there's the siege challenges, but I saw quick conversion here. Where's the monk with the conversion? I guess they died here, but one siege challenger getting converted and possibly taking out another. That's enough, and the Cavalier not taking care of the rest. Winchester is losing so much gold units here. This was a really expensive fight, and the Cavalier are even starting to take down the trebuchets. There's bombard cannons coming up, and Winchester doing fletching and Tracina to get the probably best halberdiers in the game. I guess so, at least. Hussars, halberdiers, and siege against Cavalier, Elite Genoese crossbowmen, bombard cannons, light cav, maybe even Conquerors and pikemen. Very, very interesting army composition here from Melkor, trying to use as many different unit kinds as possible. Now monks will be in the mix as well, and there is blacksmith upgrades coming up. And look at this is just beautiful. More conversions with the monks against the siege onagers. Not sure where the monks stood, I didn't see it, but that means Winchester didn't have an easy time to stop the conversions, because it went really fast here, and the bombard cannons will be able to snipe even the trebuchets, I guess. Guilds now coming in from Melkor, a very important upgrade in those. Yeah, we are mid to post Imperial Age, and there's the siege rams actually that I was talking about. Didn't know Winchester had them, I didn't see it. Melkor, 800 stone in the bank. He's got 2 castles. Could go for one more. He's actually got 3 castles. That's the last one. Somewhere inside his base. Don't see it. Yeah, that's the castle inside his base. So he's protecting left hand side with the castle. The right hand side is still weak. And siege onager plus siege ram around, so Winchester could actually try and go in there, but he doesn't have the military units that he needs to start and raid. He only got like 20 against 60 now from Melkor. So Melkor is looking a lot better at this point when it comes to military numbers, even though Winchester is in a score lead, and that's a little bit surprising to me. Did he have the better economy overall? He get more KD, better KD? No, actually not. Maybe it's the better army, the more researches that he had. I'm not sure about it. In the meantime, you can see, I think there was a few military units around to protect that gold. I saw this game already, or parts of it actually. Skimmed through it a little bit. And now there's a castle coming up for Winchester protecting that 3rd gold. And Winchester doesn't have relics, which is a very, very big minus for him. It's going to be really hard over time to get military units out that cost gold. And the siege, of course, is not cheap. He can go for halberdiers and hussars all he wants. He's still got more villagers than Melkor. 138 is a really nice number here. The light cav going in to take down the siege onagers, and then those Genoese are really, really strong suddenly. That's a lot of them. It's like 30, maybe a little bit over 30 Genoese crossbowmen. So they can even take on siege ram if needed, and the bombard cannons plus light cav plus even a few Conquerors, as you can see, fully upgraded as well. They're going to be really helpful. Melkor is putting up a very, very tough fight for Winchester, and Winchester has trouble to keep Melkor out of his base somehow. He's sending units, and he's successful to not let him in, but Melkor is gathering more and more army. He should go for a few more villages maybe, and we are going to see a long fight here. This game is not going to end like in 2 or 3 minutes. Elite Boyars coming up. I'm not really sure about it. There is Genoese on the field. The Boyars won't be that strong. Maybe Winchester should switch into champions instead. He still has gold. He still has a lot of food to pay for those champions. But Elite Boyar it is, and I really love to see that unit, don't get me wrong here, but I don't think it's the right choice. Siege Ram, Siege Onager again moving forward, but there's the bombard cannons behind, and Melkor is microing his Genoese as good as he can, and let's be honest, it's looking really beautiful right now. KD in favor of Melkor just by a little bit, but the army numbers are still looking good. That's one decent Siege Onager shot on those Genoese, but it's not going to be enough. Trebuchet will go down, and we have, wow, heavy scorpions for Winchester. That's a really nice idea, I love it. Should be decent against the Genoese. And bomber towers for Melkor. What's happening on the right hand side? Yeah, Melkor has actually is actually forced to build a few more walls because the Siege Archer was trying to cut maybe. There is Helbdis now cleaning up the rest of Melkor's army, and Winchester will try and use the fact that this part of the map is really weak, but Bomber Tower is now coming up, and Winchester is moving into the middle again with those elite Boyars fully upgraded. Look at this, 9 melee armor, 150 HP, 18 attack. Heavy Scorpions behind that, and even Siege Archer still on the field. Winchester also doing chemistry now, and he is the one to push in the middle at this point. Was able to deflect Melkor here, maybe keep him busy on the defense of his base, and suddenly is pushing forward with siege rams now. That's a very nice choice. Should get rid of those barracks and then maybe try and get rid of these castles as well. There's the castles for Melkor, and you can see Winchester has more military units now. He's completely population capped. Melkor only on 156. He's got enough stone, and he's still got a steady gold income using those relics. He also had extra stone and extra gold on the left, which is very important for the bomber towers. Otherwise, he couldn't really afford them, I guess. And looks like Winchester lost most of his army and suddenly had to go back. The siege rams to not lose all of them. The castle is standing on almost 300 HP. That's pretty much nothing, but it's not going down. You can see last Ricochet went down, and those siege rams, I think, won't be able to reach that castle. Instead, Melkor is the one who is going to push back again. In the meantime, Winchester sending siege ram on the right hand side, and those bomber towers won't really do a lot against the siege rams. So Winchester is trying to get some raiding going. Can see quick walling behind for Melkor is repairing that gate even now, trying to complete the wall in the middle, but this one is open and we might see Winchester break in. In the meantime, Melkor is able to defend the middle even against the heavy scorpions. Light Cav moving in, they are fast, they are getting to the scorpions even though they only have 7+4, 11 attack. It's really not a lot, and now the bomber towers will make sure those scorpions are actually, oh look at this, that was a bad move, they are falling. So Melkor is actually able to concentrate on the right hand side. We're sending the Genoese now to get rid of that raiding party that was almost able to go in. Maybe some of them got in. Now this is open, but I think not for long. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Melkor is going to wall this off. 1 hour into the game, I don't see a winner here, and I'm not really sure who has an advantage. Melkor has put up a solid defensive line here, but there is siege rams from Winchester, and we only have a score difference of like 250, maybe 300. Fortified wall coming in from Melkor, and Winchester now still lacking, still behind 30 military units, but he's got those gold ruins, got a trebuchet, he's got a siege archers, and that siege archer is actually not going down. No, and a few heavy scorpions behind as well. So Winchester just needs to get rid of those bomber towers, then he can continue his push in the middle and still try to go on the right hand side to maybe get into the base finally, get rid of that wood line, and sending Melkor down a few 20 villagers will hit him really hard, because Melkor, except for wood, he doesn't really have a lot of resources banked, but he's also population capped. Winchester now on 198 as well, so both and Winchester got really good resources at this point. He's got a decent amount of gold, but I don't think he has a lot of gold income. That gold mine just finished up, so Winchester will now be reliant, depend on sellings, on wood and food to sell, and that's not going to be easy. So Melkor over time should have a little advantage when it comes to the gold. Winchester probably that little advantage with the civilization, so this could really go either way, and I'm really interested to see who is going to take the big fights, the big battles, the deciding battles, and win them. We have, we have a fight in the middle now where Winchester has put a lot of heavy scorpions in the middle and is able to take down units really fast. Look at this, Trebuchet went down and the castles are still not falling. I guess Melkor was repairing that one a little bit, and now those Genoese crossbow need to stay back. As long as the heavy scorpions are around, it's going to be dangerous, and Melkor is doing exactly what he has to do. Use the bomber cannons and the light cav to try and snipe as many of those heavy scorpions as possible. Now those Genoese crossbowmen are still alive, they are still doing a lot of damage, they're dealing so much damage to the cav units, and also enough to the Helbdis to take them down fast. The heavy scorpions doing the same thing for Winchester, and Winchester is actually claiming this part of the map, is trying to put pressure on Melkor once again, and I think he's been quite successful here. Melkor has to invest a lot of time and micromanagement to defend here, and that siege ram should even be able to take down the gate. It's fortified now. Is it? Yeah, it's fortified. And the 2 bomber towers are hitting that siege ram, but as you can see, there's not really a lot of HP going down from that siege ram. We have, in the meantime, light cav again moving in, guerrilla tactic or sacrificing tactic, and the heavy scorpions are being decimated by a lot here. There's not so many left. Winchester is sending in a few more, but he doesn't have gold, so he needs to sell wood and food now, while Melkor, also low on gold, has the steady gold income from 5 relics, which is really huge. Looks like Melkor lost the castle finally, didn't even see this. And also Winchester's trying to go in with hell, but he is now trying to raid 105 villages for Melkor. Will Melkor be able to spot this? Go for the villages into the PC. Is he going to send the army back? No, instead he's trying to push now and finally keep Melkor in his own base. I think one trebuchet from the left might be decent, but there's stables around as well. And it looks like Melkor is now required to go back and take care of those siege rams that are actually doing a lot of damage potentially to his base. Pikemen getting produced, a few Conquerors in the mix as well, and the Genoese will be able to take down everything except for siege rams, but we have Conquerors here. So Melkor not in the middle any longer, which means Winchester should be able to gather enough army to go for another concentrated attack on either side or maybe through the middle. We have ballistics coming in from Winchester as well. Is he going to switch into some other army? He might need to do that. Actually, archer range is coming up. That means probably elite skirmishers for him. And those skirmishers can do a lot of damage to the Genoese crossbow. And even though with Pavis they have +5 pierce armor, but still a nice bonus attack here for the skirms. We have that siege archer trying to approach, but no, Melkor spotted it and is going back immediately. That's 4 HP left. Let's see, can that siege archer get a shot in? I guess not, but also it's not getting attacked here, so Melkor needs to pay attention. And that's one going down, but one enough is not enough, and the siege archer is dying. That's not too well for Winchester. They tried to get a shot in. Did not work really. Elite skirmishers bring archer armor on the way, so Winchester is getting full trash now and going for that occasional siege attack, or maybe for the occasional siege unit. On the left hand side pretty much nothing is happening. A few farms here on the left for Melkor, a few lumberjacks here for Winchester, and the main fight has moved on to the right hand side where Winchester's forward is still standing, but cap rams now moving out, and I think that's a pretty good idea. You should get rid of those buildings, they're really annoying. They are a threat to your base, and Melkor is successful in taking down the halberdiers and even elite skirmishers. Those skirms can't really approach the spread out Genoese. And like this, Melkor again, 20 military units ahead, and is trying to attack. What is Winchester doing on the left? Siege workshops coming up, and also hussars getting produced, so maybe we're going to see a siege ram push on the left now, while Melkor is busy on the right hand side. Winchester is putting up really good attacks here, but Melkor is showing a huge defensive skill and is able to repel everything that has been thrown at him until now. We have again heavy scorpions behind. Cap rams will go down, but the light cav are approaching, and I'm really surprised that there's so many Genoese still on the field, but those units are proved to be really strong in that battle, even though there's that complete siege around. Melkor is microing them so well, and he's even going for a few Conquerors in that post-Imperial Age game, where nobody's getting any easy gold, except for Melkor. So that's actually something that he needs to do, obviously, or feels that he needs to do. Siege workshop coming up, maybe, I'm not sure where the villager is coming from. And the light cav again moving in big group to take down heavy scorpions. That's 2, 3, 4. I think all of them are dying, and that is not good for Winchester. Look at this, so much red units in the mix here. And Winchester is losing all his army on the right side. Not so many Genoese crossbowmen left. In the meantime, left hand side, siege rams and hussars approaching. Melkor is quickly switching his gather points and sending out some light cav. Should probably do some, yeah, there's the pikemen coming in. Melkor will lose part of his economy here, but it's not a huge part, and he's still got more than 100 villagers, so we'll be fine. On the right side, Winchester is gathering army in between those buildings to try and continue the attack maybe. On the left, he's getting clean pretty much and taking down mining camps and lumber camps. It's really not what we want to do with the siege rams. You should go for that castle, but that's just too far in Melkor's base, and Melkor has enough the defensive resources to be able to stop that push. Now on the right hand side, that Siege Workshop will die, and Winchester's again concentrating to get a push going on here. But Melkor has pretty short ways between the right and left hand side. His base is not that wide, so he should be able to defend this. Helbody is moving in, Siege Rams in the mix, another Siege Workshop coming up. But as you can see, both players are rather low in resources. That's 4k in total maybe. Winchester 2k because he's selling more and more of his wood at this point. Getting in Hussars, Elite Skirmishers, Halberdiers, and the occasional Siege Ram or maybe Heavy Scorpions. That's not going to be easy. You can see he's only on like 3k resources, and that's really not a lot at this point in the game. We are fully boomed and have a fully working economy without any idle villages here for Winchester, and that's amazing. You rarely see this, but Melkor is the one who is able to push here with the Genoese crossbowmen behind, and that's just amazing. Now you have militia coming in to... Ooh, did the militia kill a Halberdier? What was that? I guess not, but it was still looking funny. The militia have 4+4 attack, only 1 HP. I think it's going to die soon. Sad militia, actually. How far can you go? Can you go into Winchester space, please? Or is it going to die at the castle here? And no, militia is still alive. Oh, you don't mind that I'm staying on militia now on the left-hand side. Winchester again trying to go in using a trebuchet. And my militia is still going and trying to do damage. That's just amazing. Look at this. That's a beautiful militia. Now it's in a very dangerous spot, and bye-bye. Killed by a halberdier. Makes sense. Winchester is trying to raid as much as possible, but Melkor has created a few more extra villagers, so he's still on more than 110, and I guess that's a good number. Winchester is switching into champions now. Wow, what the hell? Long swordsman on the way. Maybe he should actually have done that instead of the elite Boyars, I've said it before. And it looks like he's going to be able to do some raiding, but there's Melkor stonewalling, and just in case, making sure that you kind of go in. There's one Hussar being annoying. And, ooh, that one Hussar could do quite some damage. But on the right-hand side, Melkor is cleaning up Winchester's forward. And Winchester is somehow gathering the resources, getting the gold to even be able to afford a champion upgrade. I just don't see any champions yet, any military units. He's population capped on 200, so never mind, it's not a big problem. Champion upgrade soon to be done. And that one Hussar is finally dying to the castle, I guess. So now Melkor is the one who's going in, ooh, and that is still open, and is starting to raid Winchester. Everywhere the space, Winchester 139 villages, but those numbers will drop. And in the meantime, Melkor is gaining ground, getting more map control on the right, where he's completely getting rid of all the military buildings from Winchester. Winchester is in trouble now, I feel. Where's the champions coming? I don't see them. Where's the... yeah, the barracks for Winchester. Does he have more? There's archer inches around? No, not that I can see. There's the barracks. But he's not creating champions, and it's only a 170 population now. And only 126 villagers. He lost like a dozen at least, maybe more. Now that raiding party has been cleaned up, but Melkor has gained a lot of ground, and he's taking down buildings, doing arson finally to make sure those pikemen can actually do some damage. Even going for militia, I think that's just misclicks, but it's not a big problem. I guess Melkor can afford this. Winchester is low on everything. He's now getting a few champions out. Those are of course fully upgraded, and one of the best champions in the game as well, maybe the best. But can he get enough of them? 80 against 60 military units, big fight happening, 1 hour and 32 minutes into the game, and more raiding coming up. Actually, Melkor was able to send in light camp. Winchester is going to lose more and more villagers, and this is deadly for the economy. Look at this, he's going to lose so much, and that means he won't be able to reinforce as fast as before. Winchester low on resources. Melkor buying 100 stone. What is he going to do? I'm not sure. Maybe that was a wrong message from the spectators board. Siege rams coming in again for Winchester. I'm not sure how he can afford all that. He's very low on everything. 150 population. The siege rams trying to take down bomber towers, but still light cav raiding, and I think Winchester hasn't really realized there is so many light cav taking down villages. Only on 105. Melkor lost a few villages too, not sure where. What he did with them, maybe he deleted them, but I don't think so. And Winchester is trying to get rid of the bomber towers, but it's not happening. And he's only on 39 of 40 military units, and there's still 2 light cav hitting villages. And there's a few champions to try and protect those wills, but can they reach the light cav? Yes, they're going down. Winchester is quickly house walling this one. That was beautiful. The light cav cannot go in any longer. They need to go past the castle, but Melkor now on 89 military units, so many pikemen light cav. The Genoese is still alive, and 2k food, 1k wood in the bank, population cap. and I think he just needs Bombard Cannon Trebuchet to take that castle down now. Winchester is calling the G after 1 hour and almost 36 minutes. That's almost a 100-minute game. What an amazing battle, what an epic battle between two pretty even players. And in the end, Melkor getting those 5 relics might have been the key to winning this game. And also small mistake by Winchester with the Boyars, in my opinion at least. Hope you enjoyed this one. Wish you a happy new year and see you in the next game. See you next year. See you 2019. GG.